Hey guys, just a quick video here on the setup of this degree finder, and the same principles go to a degree wheel. Main deal is you need it balanced. The degree wheel's just a little different setting up because you'll have a pointer mounted on the saw, but it is the same basic concept. This is not turned on, but in theory we'll just say that it is. I don't really want to reset it. And with this finder, you have to have the saw stationary. Now you could use a piston stop and do this. What we've got is just a piece of really thin wire. I'm going to run it in the intake port. And before you do this, I'm getting ahead of myself. You can look through and eyeball it, or just stick something in and get that piston as close to top dead center as you possibly can. You do have dwell time there, so it's going to be about impossible to get it completely zeroed out by guessing. Got it on top dead center. What we'll do is insert a little piece of wire in the dead center of the intake port, and you're going to rotate this back. Now this will work the same with the degree wheel. You'll take the reading, let's just say in theory, we'll just say it says 80. We'll go back the other way, just theoretically speaking, we'll say it says 70. 70 and 80 is 150. You'll split that and you've got 75. So what we'll do on this is the side that read the highest, which would be 80, we're going to move this until it reads 5 degrees. And then carry it out to 0, and in theory you should be zeroed out and get an even 75 degrees on each side. Now these finders, they do measure down to the 10th of a degree, so you know, if you've got it within just a couple of tenths and you can round, that's just fine. It's really hard to get it dead on 0. I've seen some guys do it, but me, I'm a little shaky, and if I get it within a couple of tenths, it's just a-okay. I don't lose any sleep over it. Now a degree wheel, you've seen a lot of guys do these, I know. You can use that same concept. Let's say you've got a piston stop in. I like to actually start with it down at BDC when using the degree wheel. I find I get it within just a couple of degrees doing that. Just that little bit of dwell time is usually all you're off when you do that. Let's say you put your piston stop in. You'll spin it one way. Let's say you get a reading of, we'll say 32. Go back the other way. It's 31. That would mean you're within half of a degree. You know, it can come up even worse. It could come up 60 on one side, 30 on another, but usually when you start out with bottom dead center, they're not that bad. Usually, like I said, you're within a few degrees. You just split that difference and get your pointer set as close as possible to it being zeroed out. And you know, it's fairly simple from there to take your readings. Now how you choose to read port openings, that's up to you. You can eyeball it. You can use feeler gauges. Ray of light works. Like I said, eyeballing the intake port. You can eyeball the transfers if you can see good enough. Some cylinders it's about impossible to do that on. If you've got an endoscope or cylinder scope, borescope, whatever you want to call it, you can go in and watch for the transfers to crack, or you can simply pull the cylinder and get a good snug fit piston ring and push up to where the transfers are just, you would think, are cracking open, or just even with them. Put the cylinder back on and back your wheel up until the piston touches the ring, and you know, take your reading there. That's one of the most accurate ways to check it. I've seen other builders mention it too, but I'll take some really thin wire and make a pick, and I'll actually go in and just feel for when that transfer's cracking open. And, you know, a lot of the time, 9 times out of 10, it's about dead even with what I get when I put a ring in to measure port height. There's lots of videos out there on this. This may help someone as far as these little finders. Once you learn the ins and outs of it, it's super simple. My wheel sits in the drawer. I never use it anymore. I'm sure I'll come out here one day to do one, and the battery's going to be gone in this, and I won't have one. And you know, we'll be pulling the wheel out to use it till we get a battery to go back in that. But anyway, nothing wrong with using the wheel. These things are a little costly, around $100, or that's what I paid for this one. But it's a handy little tool. And just remember, your intake port's usually taken before top dead center, and your exhaust port and your transfers are normally taken after top dead center. But to be brutally honest, if everything's zeroed out the way it should be, you should get the same reading, or within a tenth or two of checking on either side of things, or in either rotation. But I don't know, maybe this helps someone. I'll try to throw it in before part 2 of our little porting series. I may throw it right in. I may just leave it and put it in, just let it run in the normal feed, or I may put it in the playlist with the 350 build. But anyway, I'm going to get into doing some machine work on this thing and get into making part 3 of this video. It's snowing out right now. So it's start getting really cold, so I don't know how long I'll be in here, what we'll get done. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and y'all have a great day.